Extremely lustful people have an insatiable appetite for a lot of things that are rooted probably from childhood, when the spirits of perversion, of lust, of debauchery came in and latched onto that child. And a lot of ways that these spirits latch on from childhood is by being violated as a child or being exposed to pornography very early. Because when you are from the ages of from being born to probably 10 years old and on up, a child's mind is like a sponge. So if you show a child something inappropriate or they see something that they cannot forget about, they're going to want to keep investigating, and they're not going to be able to get it out of their head. That's why, as parents, as people who have children, you are supposed to watch your children and monitor what they're watching. Putting on child locks on the internet and this and that. Because as time is going on, children are popping out the womb already just intelligent, already knowing what you're talking about. It is very important that you monitor your children even when they're around other children, because child on child assault is also a thing. One of my clients was telling me about one of her friends who was a investigator in California, and her job was to basically investigate like children who have committed child on child crimes and who need to be kept away from other children because something was happening to them as well. So they began to do the same thing to other children, and then so on and so forth, right? And so a lot of people have been violated, and that leads to people growing up being hypersexual and getting into other things for the thrill and adrenaline, even if it's not the opposite gender. So then from a young age, people playing house and hide and go seek and hide and go get that, and you leaving your children alone. And you got two little girls playing house, and one of them talking about, I'm gonna be the mommy, you gonna be the daddy. And a lot of stuff comes in a child's heart and in a child's mind, certain spirits at a young age from certain things. And then if you grow up not being delivered from it, or not being talked about or counseled, or being delivered and having a renewed mind through Jesus, through Yeshua HaMashiach, and you're just a child and you don't know none of that, and family members or people close to you or a teacher or daycare workers then touched you as a child, and then the child starts getting curious and experimenting with them, it all leads to being an adult who is hypersexual, being an adult who has insatiable desires that cannot be pleased, that leads to addiction to pornography, which was created by the kingdom of hell to dismantle relationships, dismantle marriages, to really pervert the mind of people. And this is why your flesh, our flesh is disgusting. This is why our spirits have to be renewed over and over again. Our minds have to be renewed over and over again. We have to go through deliverance and certain things, because a lot of stuff ain't right. It ain't right. And it ain't right, because I keep seeing so many stories about sisters and brothers together. The story about the sister and brother, they found out they were siblings and they staying together and they got a baby now. The story about the lady who she said her father was doing stuff to her up until she was an adult, and made her and her mom sister wives, and just some demonic stuff, demonic activity, because that's what it is. When these demonic spirits of perversion, of lust, debauchery, all types of things latch on to people, and stuff is not stopped, these people are not being counseled, and then just let people have the audacity to go to church for help and then get touched by a pastor. Or, man, the church is supposed to be like a hospital for people, not a judgment zone, not the pastors touching on young women too who coming to get counseling. No. And if a woman needs to get counseled, she need to be counseled by a woman. If a man need to be counseled, he need to be counseled by a man. That's just proper etiquette in the church. a pastor or elder, whatever, should not be bringing women all up in his office and stuff like that with nobody else there to supervise, to mediate, to see what's going on. Okay. A lot of people need deliverance. Until we pass away, we will continually need deliverance for whatever you got going on in your individual life, according to the will of God in your life. And I would say until an extremely lustful person is delivered and has a renewed mind, I wouldn't suggest dating a person like that. I wouldn't suggest marrying a person like that, because they're probably going to be addicted to some type of fetish. They're probably going to be addicted to pornography. They're going to be fighting certain demons that you don't even want to know about. There's a lot of men or women, whoever, a lot of people that is fighting being a pedophile. There's a lot of people fighting demons, to do anything, to lie, to cheat, to kill, to murder. Even when we want to do good, evil is present. That says that in scripture. Even when we want to do good, evil is still present. Imagine you want to do good things and demons are waiting for you. Demons are whispering in your ear. When it comes to deliverance, the person has to be willing. The person should want to be free from it. There are people who don't want to be free. They like their demons. Some people love to eat, sleep, drink, have sex with their demons. Some people want to be free. Some people don't want to have these desires and these things and waking up in the middle of the night. And also, these spirits and watching pornography and all of these things, they open a portal, a spiritual demonic portal to these incubus and succubus spirits. That's why a lot of extremely lustful people deal with what y'all call sleep paralysis. That's a incubus or succubus demon, basically a male or a female demon coming in your sleep at night and doing things to you. So that's why some people, it's not normal for a young boy or a girl, whatever, to have wet dreams. That's demonic. Those are portals open where incubus and succubus demons are in your sleep causing you to orgasm. They're coming in your dreams in the different forms of people. Those are not your favorite celebrity or your boyfriend or girlfriend in your dreams. You're sleeping. That's not them. We're in the physical realm. Any dreams you have like that, you need to rebuke them. You need to cast them out. But everybody doesn't want to do that. Some people like having those dreams. You got demons who come in people's room and have sex with them at night. Some people like that. Some people don't. So you have to have a willingness to want to be free in order to be free. Because if you free someone before their time, before they want to be free, those demons will come back with 7 more wicked and evil and stronger than itself. So I encourage y'all to watch y'all children, even when they're around other children, because there's a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of people on social media are not worried about the kids. People don't care about being modest on social media. They're not worried about kids when they post certain stuff with they tail and all of this stuff hanging out for kids to see. And stop being unclothed around children. You're gonna wake up curious stuff that don't need to be woken up. Having someone's body is what God say for marriage. That's what it's supposed to be. Watch your children. Watch what they're watching. You see how accessible stuff is? You see how easy it is to type something in Google when they're curious? Go back to putting safety locks on stuff. Go back to monitoring these children. Y'all just throwing them the internet. Y'all just throwing them iPads. Let them go outside and play and watch them when they play, because there's pedophiles waiting on your kids at the bus stop. Watch your kids and stop leaving them alone like for so long. Like, a lot of people don't want to deal with their kids, so they send them away, tell them to go sit down, give them the iPad. You don't know what detriment you're doing. And I don't want this video to be so long, but I'm not even finna go into people who do stuff in secret, people who find out that their spouse is addicted to stuff like 20 years later. That's why I encourage people to have God in your life, because God will reveal secret things. Jeremiah 33:3. God will reveal things that are not seen, unsearchable things, secret things to you. That's why a lot of people have testimonies of getting dreams and messages from God about people doing stuff behind their back, because people love to play you in your face, but they can't play God. God see and hear everything. But people act like they love to forget that. So they play you in your face or cheat on you, lie, steal, whatever, manipulate, gaslight you, all of that stuff, but they can't do that to God. That's why God is not allowing a lot of his sons and daughters to be bamboozled in this hour. Especially when you're really praying like, God, please reveal if this person is a snake. Then you have a dream and you give that person to tell you the truth in the physical realm, and they still lying and cheating and betraying you behind your back and being sneaky and deceitful and wicked. You think you're getting ahead? You think you feel like you're 10 steps ahead because you're living in deceit and you're living in wickedness? God don't like ugly. Watch y'all kids. Pray for deliverance. Pray over your children. Pray over yourself. A lot of these parents of the children need help, need counseling, need deliverance from stuff that they haven't told nobody. People who have been assaulted as an adult, who haven't told nobody, or who have told people. Stuff that you're holding on. Burdens that you need to give to God. Pain that is not belonging to you no more. Give it to God. Surrender to the Lord. These burdens be too heavy for us to carry. All of this pain and stuff that happened to you. You got people taking their own life because they can't bear the thoughts of what happened. Man, there's so much going on. Pray for your loved ones. Pray for yourself. Seek deliverance at your local churches if you're ready. Amen.